I'm the director of WorkSpace Consulting and Transformation, and Aura formed in March 2020, so just at the start of the pandemic. Our focus is on workspace technology and really bringing it together from a user experience perspective. So for too long, workspace tech has been delivered in silos, but we're really about bringing that technology together, making sure it works properly and seamlessly from a user perspective, and that the users get an experience that they would expect anywhere else in their lives. That we typically use an iPhone nowadays for pretty much everything that we do. We want to bring that sort of experience to the workspace. The key from our perspective in terms of the technology is that you can hear me clearly, I can see you, that we can share things easily, and particularly in an office environment, that if I've got 5 colleagues sat in a room, that the fact that I'm sat here in my son's bedroom doesn't mean I can't participate fully in that meeting. And that's one of the biggest challenges today for organizations, is how do I bring those people in that new hybrid working world that we're moving towards. So for the session that I'm participating in, I'll be alongside a lady called Emma Lurie from ASOS, and she's the Space Experience Director at ASOS. They are very focused on the user experience in the workspace. They've got a young demographic. The average age at ASOS is 26 or 27. Mobile first, so they're all used to using their mobile phones. So a big question for the guys at ASOS is, one, how can they interact with that environment, probably driven by a mobile phone experience? And two, how can they give an experience that is a holistic one? So whether it comes to ordering food and being able to order that pre-picking it up, or a coffee even, to using the gym and pre-booking sessions in the gym. That's the world of workspace technology that we'll be discussing, and how you bring that together as an experience for the people who use it. I think the reason for coming to the Workspace event, it's fortuitous timing, but it comes at exactly the right point. We're moving after the summer to a point where lots of organizations are going to be actively encouraging people to come back into the workspace. But really the question is now, as an organization, why would I want to necessarily come back as an employee, and what are the things that are going to entice me back into that workspace? And again, back to the technology, how can I use that technology to enable my people to work easily in or out of that space? And this is the sort of conference where those issues will be addressed. So it's great timing, particularly as an occupier, to come along and listen to some of the people in the industry who can talk a lot more about this sort of stuff. I think I might not be the only one saying it, but there's the whole Internet of Things that people love to talk about. So that's using the world of tech and the data that it produces, and analysing that data and using it to better run a facility. Again, more so from our perspective, it's about understanding how people occupy a building, how busy they are when people are using them, so you can run that building more efficiently, particularly with a focus on environmental considerations nowadays. Understanding how the real estate is used is key. The other element is the human factor. Again, for a long time, the space has been a secondary consideration for an organization in terms of its strategic ambitions. COVID has given us the opportunity to look at space in the context of the overall strategy. And finally, organizations are looking at strategy that includes space. Part of this whole process, and we're very focused as a tech company not to get carried away with the technology, a big part of this will be how we manage the change management for organizations that we work with. So it always surprises me that technology is not accessible for everybody, and people are fundamentally scared of tech. Even the fact that we've now all started to get used to things like Zoom and Teams that we're on today still doesn't mean that people are comfortable with using that technology when they come back to the workspace. And I think the biggest challenge from a tech perspective will be to address those concerns rather than the tech itself.